All right, so please say your name and where you are from, both city and country.
My name is Jonas, and I'm from Dubai, the United Arab Emirates.
Are you a student?
Yes, I'm a student
How long have you been a student?
at Michigan State.
Yes.
I've been a student since August 2014, so probably 8 months.
Why did you come to the United States?
United States offers better education, more opportunities on campuses, and uh, and there's a lot of diversity on campus. Yeah,
What is your major?
majoring in athletic training.
So, why did you pick MSU in particular?
Because they have very good athletic teams. I think they have about 19 varsity boys team and I think 18 girls varsity teams. Yeah, and they usually win a lot of championships, so the athletic training is pretty good.
So, did you hear about MSU from a friend, a family member?
I heard about MSU through research, uh, and I had a few friends that have come over here and have completed a degree over here. Yeah.
So, did you know people here when you got here?
I just knew one person from my high school. That's it.
But you did know that they were, here and they told you how, it was here.
No, I
Just
just
sort of-
applied. I just applied. I just knew it was there, but I didn't really ask many
So,
questions.
just sort of, you knew of someone.
Yeah.
What initially shocked you about American culture? Was something food, clothing?
The food is just the same. It's just people just uh, they're happy with eating the same food every day: burgers and chips and the pizzas. I was surprised that Americans are so polite. I mean, good morning, how are you? I mean, in other countries, people don't really care about saying that kind of stuff. Uh, yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Did you have culture shock? And, was it so different?
Nah, for me it wasn't that different. I mean, being on campus, probably if I was living in the city, it'd be different. But on campus, there are people from all over the world, and in Dubai, it's an international city. I mean, there's everyone from everywhere in the world. So I mean, for me, it wasn't a big culture shock. No.
Did you have any problems fitting in or feeling accepted when you first got here?
I mean, I know who to talk with and who to avoid. So I mean, if I have a feeling that if I speak to this person, I mean, he won't accept me into his social circle, I'll just avoid it. So, I mean, for me, that wasn't going to be a problem. I know just who to talk.
So you used good judgment,
Yeah,
just in terms
I mean, my
of
first
picking who you
impression,
talk to.
but you shouldn't always judge a person on the first impression.
Well,
Yeah.
just use good judgment
Yeah.
through a conversation. So, were you ever discriminated against in both, person to person or like at a job? Do you have it if you have a job here?
No, I don't have a job here. Discriminating what in terms of race?
Or like
Uh,
just because you're an international student?
I would say like for example like we had a practical for first aid and personal safety. And the person said, "Ah, this is international student. Can you get someone else to do the exam instead of me?" Stuff like that. I mean, it wasn't really a big deal. That too, I was a bit sleepy, so it's a bit my fault that I couldn't really pay attention to what he was saying. Yeah, but apart from that, I mean, I would just ignore whatever. If people have a problem with me, I just avoid them. Yeah, I wouldn't really care much about what they have to say.
How did the visa process work for getting a
Uh,
student visa?
Visa process was easy because I had a Norwegian passport, so for me it was quite easy. I've seen people like Iranians that have to go through hell just to get a visa just to come here probably for a week, but for me it was a piece of cake. We had to wait for a long time because there were a lot of people, but I just went there. They asked me like two questions like what you majoring in and where you're going to, and that's pretty much it. And just put the stamp in. I got my passport in a week.
So you did have a personal interview, but it was
Not really much of interview. It was over the counter. They just asked me like two questions. But for example, if I was from Iran, they would have asked me a million questions, and it would take me probably months to get it. So I was lucky that I had like a European passport. But if I didn't, then it would have been way worse.
have you joined any UAE like student organizations on campus or
There's none of that kind of stuff now. I've just met like 2 3 people, but that's pretty much it. Yeah, there's no such organization over here.
but you don't feel like you need it?
No, I don't feel like I need to join any organization now.
What do you miss most about the UAE?
Food. I mean, over there, there's so many cultures, so you find all sorts of. I mean, I used to eat Indian and Arabic food every day, and then come in here and just eating burgers and chips and pizzas. yeah, sometimes I don't even feel like going, getting out of my bed and just going to the cafe to eat. I mean, because the food is so bad. Yeah.
That happens to a lot of people on
Yeah.
campus.
Yeah.
But have you had what Arabic food in America?
Yeah,
Is
it's not the same. It's pretty like, I mean, they don't use the same spices and everything, and they don't know how to cook it properly. So, yeah, I think it's just a waste of money. I'd rather go to a cafe, eat that food, than get takeout from an expensive restaurant that don't even know how to cook it.
Yeah. Do you plan on staying in the United States to finish your education, or?
To finish my education, yes, but to work now. I feel that I'd like to go somewhere else and explore the world. I mean, United States, well, you got people from different nationalities, but I mean, you could say the nationality, like ethnicity, yes, it's a huge variety, but culture-wise, no. I mean, because they're all raised the American way. I mean, I'd like to go back to Europe one day. I mean, because every country, which probably would be the size of every state in America, would be completely different. Different language, different culture, and being the U.S., I'll be limiting myself just to a normal people. Yeah.
So, do you have any closing thoughts about MSU? Any interesting stories you can think of? Any particular instances? Any just final thoughts?
Go green, go white.
All right. Well, thank you.